I've had several requests to have a YouTube video of foam roller, so I'm gonna try to do that today. It might or might not work, I don't know. All right, with lots and lots of myofascial release today, we're gonna start with your feet. So let's take that lacrosse ball and put it right smack dab in the middle of your foot. Now you guys, this lacrosse ball is much, much harder than your tennis ball, so you adjust the amount of pressure you put on it. All right, let's make circles in the middle of your foot. Let your toes relax. So this is a great snapshot of what we're going to be doing with your foam roller. You can feel that deep tissue massage in that foot and get it bigger and bigger. All right, now let's put that ball under your heel with the ball of your foot on your floor and take it from side to side. It might get away from you, that's all right. Now move it up just a little bit so you got a little bit of that ball on your heel and a little bit of that ball on your instep. And again, take it from side to side. This is your insertion point of that plantar fascia. All right, now let's reverse it. Put that ball under the ball of your foot, put your heel on your mat, let your toes relax, and take it from side to side. Really feel that stretch across your instep. All right, now let's flex your toes. So put a couple of toes on that ball and push the ball of your foot toward your floor. You may need to hold that ball with your other foot so it doesn't squirt out, but we're trying to get a really big flex in those toes. They're not all going to get there at the same time, so add a couple more toes. And if you've got a really good flex going on, you should feel that nice stretch all the way through your instep, all the way up into that instep. And then add your baby toes. All right, now let's take that from your ball mount all the way to your heel, back and forth. Put some pressure on it. All right, now inch it out towards the outside portion of your foot. Get it as far out to the edge of your foot as you can. Let your toes relax. And then work your way back towards your center. And then make it towards the inside of your foot. Put a little bit of internal rotation so you can get way up high in that instep. Good, let's change feet. Right smack dab in the middle of your foot, downward pressure on it, and make some circles. Start little and then get bigger and bigger. You can just feel that tennis ball is really working all of those foot muscles. All right, now put your heel on your ball of your foot on your mat, and take it from side to side. You guys, if you're a flip-flop wearer, or sandals, or even Crocs, you are unconsciously pulling that foot up to try to hold those shoes on. And move it a little bit more, right, a little bit up in your instep, a little bit on your heel, and side to side. Unconsciously pulling it up. So what we're trying to do is let it relax, let it move, and then specifically with those toe flexes, really open up that metatarsal. All right, now put the ball of your foot on your ball, heel on your mat, and take it from side to side. Let your toes relax. All right, now let's stretch your toes out. So put a couple of toes on that ball and really try to get as big a flex as you can. And then add a couple of more toes. Really pressing into it. And the rest of your toes. You should really be able to feel that nice good stretch through your instep. And here we go, from your ball mount all the way to your heel, back and forth, putting some pressure on it. Now move it towards the outside of your foot, and then gradually work it towards the inside. Make a full range of motion, ball from your ball mount all the way to your heel, and then move it to the inside and get it as high up into that instep as you can. Good, and release it. All right, put your ball aside and let's sit down on our mats. Since we started with our feet, let's keep on going on our lower legs. So let's prop your legs up on that roller. And let's put your legs not exactly on your Achilles, but up just a little bit. And windshield wiper. They can go opposite, they can go the same way, it doesn't matter. If you need to lean back so you can put a little more pressure on those legs, that's all right. All right, now roll that roller to the mid part, the big part of your calf. And again, windshield wiper. You can feel things moving around in there. Really relax your feet. Don't flex your feet. We're trying to keep those calves as relaxed as possible. And now roll it up to the tapered part of your calf. And let it from side to side. All right, now we're going to roll that with the calf. So one leg on and bring the other one inside. Lift up your buns, put some pressure on that roller, and roll it. Back and forward, back and forward. Use your core strength to pull your hips back. All right, now turn it out and get to the outside of that leg. Don't cheat your roll. Make it as big a range of motion as you can. Relax your foot. All right, now internally rotate it. And bring it back to center, other side. And back and forth. Use your core to pull those hips back. And then turn it out. And turn it in.
That's the spot that cramps at night.
Yes. Yes, if you have a tendency to have leg cramps at night, if you'll roll your legs, and I'll show you what we can do with your tennis ball at the same time. All right, bring it down. All right, now move your roller aside and grab your ball. If you don't have a foam roller at home, gang, a tennis ball works great. Just put that ball in the middle of your calf and just relax down on it. Just let it fall, and then move it around a little bit. So you can see that this ball is getting a much deeper movement than that foam roller. And then move it down. Just move it around where you feel like you need it. Again, if you have a tendency to have leg cramps in the middle of the night, you should do this before you go to bed. Let that leg relax. Good. All right, now, same idea. Hold on to your ball. Support one side of your calf and roll it, just like you would with your foam roller. Full range. But now you can get places up a little bit closer to that shin that foam roller won't get. And then do the other side. Hold it, and then roll into it. You guys, you can keep a tennis ball next to your chair at night. And when you're just sitting there watching television, having your evening cocktail.
I didn't even know.
All right, let's do the other side. Put that ball in the middle of your calf, and just let your calf hang on it, and then move it around a little bit. You can really feel the intensity that ball gets. I mean, sure, the foam roller feels good, but the ball is going to give you a little bit more intensity. Move it around wherever you feel like you need it to go. All right, now let's get the spots that the foam roller wouldn't get. Rolling it, holding on to one side of your calf and rolling it around. And then change it. Rolling it around. A tennis ball, these are lacrosse balls, gang. They're because they're much denser than your tennis balls. But tennis ball is a great tool just to have. I've got them stashed around all over my house. All right. Put your tennis ball aside. Put your ball aside. Find your foam roller, and let's mount your foam roller. So I want you to get your bottom all the way to the end of that foam roller, and then carefully roll your spine down, making sure that your head is completely supported on that roller. So move that bottom down as far as you need to get that head on that roller. Your back is in a neutral position. We're going to keep it in a neutral position. Knees are bent. Inch your heels a little bit away from your roller. Now let's reach up towards the ceiling and hold on to your palms. Now, let's drop your arms to the right and your knees to the left. So they're going in an opposite direction. Your head follows your hands. Let the weight of your knees help you with that really nice side body stretch. And then bring it all back to center and take it over to the other side. Let the weight of your legs really help you with that stretch. Enjoy that wonderful side body stretch. Let's do it again on both sides. Pull it up around and let your knees be heavy. Your head follows the directions of your hands. Breathing, don't hold your breath. And one more time, up and over to the other side. And bring it back to center. All right, now put your palms together, bend your elbows, and make a tabletop with your arms. So your forearms are parallel to the ceiling. Chin is down, shoulders are relaxed. Keeping your arms bent at this 90-degree angle, I want you to open your arms to a goal post. Now once you've reached that goal post position, let everything drop. Just let it hang. Let the weight of your arms really open up that chest. Now keep your core engaged. Keep your ribs closed so your powerhouse is still firing. But let the weight of your arms really open up that chest. Thinking posture, really working through those pectorals. And close your goalposts. Ideally, you're trying to get your elbows together. If they don't go together, you just got some tightness in your back. You can work on that. And here we go again. Open those arms out to your goalpost and let them hang. Just let them relax. Really let them be heavy. Now extend your arms out to the side and let the backs of your hands fall to the floor. Feel that wonderful stretch across your pectorals. Don't pop your ribs open. Keep your core engaged. Now I want you to draw little bitty snow angels. Just a little bit above your shoulder and just a little bit below. Nice small movements, nice and slow. But it's the movement of your arms that's giving you the change in the stretch of your pectorals. Really opening up through that chest. And now take a big snow angel all the way down to the bottom. Turn your palms over and let your hands drop to the mat. All right, let's bring your right leg to a tabletop position so your knee is directly over your hip. Now let's bring your left arm to a tabletop position. So you're going to maintain that 90-degree angle both with your elbow and your knee. Now I want you to open your arm out to that same goalpost, and your leg is going to open out to that goalpost in the opposite direction. So they both open, and then use your belly to close it. And again, open it. Now don't use your left leg as a counterbalance. You're just using your arm and leg to counterbalance each other. Again, open, and use that core to close it up. And one more time, open it, and close it. Now, put your left hand down by your side, but leave your leg in that tabletop position. Now, we're going to do that same movement with your leg without your arm as a counterbalance. And open it, not your left leg. Your left leg is not a counterbalance, and pull it up. Use that core. And open, and close. And breathe, open, and close, and open, and close. Now lift up your head, neck, and shoulders and look at your belly button. Now stretch your left arm to the far left corner of your mat. That's your counterbalance. Now your right arm to the far right corner of your mat. Squeeze your fingers together, pat some water. Here we go. Breathing in and out, and in and out, and in and out. Two more. In and out. Squeeze that midline. And in and out. And bring it all down. Extend your right leg out on your mat and just let it hang for just a second. Just let it stretch. All right, now let's work that same thing on the other side. So bend your right knee. Bring your left leg to tabletop. Knee directly over your hip. Right arm to tabletop. So you've got a 90-degree angle on both arm and leg. Here we go. They open in opposite directions. And open. Now use your belly and close it. And open it. And close it. And open. And close. One more. Open. And close. Now put your hand down. Now your leg does it without a counterbalance. Here we go. Open, fire that belly, and close. And open, and close. And open, and one more. And open, and close. Lift up your head, neck, and shoulders. Look at your belly button. Now stretch your right arm to the far right corner of your mat. There's your counterbalance. Left arm, squeeze that midline, squeeze those fingers together. Here we go. Pat some water, breathing in and out. And in and out. And in and out. Two more. In and out. And in and out. And bring it all down. All right, inch your heels out just a little bit farther away from you. Stretch your arms up towards the ceiling. Close your ribs. We're going to do some roll-ups. Take those hands back behind you. Now float those arms up. Contract that front bra line. And feel it up. All the way up to that beautiful posture. Here we go. Articulate it down. Press down on your hands. Press down on your armpits. Start from your tailbone as you roll it down. Here we go again. Start with those arms at shoulder level. Make sure your posture is perfect. Then take those hands overhead. Take a breath and blow it out. Contracting that front broad line and peel it up. A whole lot of kicking going on. And start from those sit bones and articulate it down. All right, fingertips to your shoulders. Now straighten your legs. Hands go back behind you. Here we go. Take a breath and peel it up. Come on, squeezing that midline all the way up to that beautiful posture. Press down on your armpits, press down on your hands, and articulate it down. Once again like that. Hands back, shoulders down. Take a breath and come on up. Get to that posture. Pressing down on your armpits. Start from your belly. Deep, deep, deep in your belly. All right, let's do one more. This one's going to be a lot easier. Keep your hands down by your side. Take a breath. Reach for your heels and come on up. See, I told you I'll be smart. Carefully dismount. All right. Let's take that roller and put it underneath you. Roll down, and now I want your tailbone on that roller. Holding on to both sides of your roller. Pull your knees into your chest and take that really nice supported low back stretch. Nice, good breath. Just relax into it. All right, now I want you to return your feet to the floor, but I don't want you to lose your good posture. So you're actually going into a bridge position as you put your feet back down to the floor. Shoulders are open. All right, now visualize that I have put my palms on each one of your shins. I want you to push into your shins as you lift your hips. They may not come off your roller, that's all right, but push into your shins so you're really lengthening through those hip flexors. And bring them back down. Think of your knees going away from your center and push into those shins as you lift it up. Fire in your belly, keep pulling your hip bones together, make sure your pelvic floor is very active, in and up, and bring it down. And one more time, pull it up. And bring it down. Now once again, let's bring those knees into your chest and take that really nice supported low back stretch. All right, release the sides of your roller and grab a hold of your right knee fold with both hands. And I want you to squeeze that right quad into your chest. Now, carefully return that left foot towards the floor, but I don't want it to touch. I want it to hang. If that left foot is touching, then squeeze that right leg in a little bit more, do a little bit more of a pelvic tilt, or move that roller up a little bit higher of your tailbone. Microfiber is very slippery on these foam rollers, you guys, so adjust where you need to. Take a full breath of air in. As you blow it out, see if you can release the tension in that left leg. Get it a little bit heavier. Really let it relax. Really stretching out that psoas. Now this is a wonderful position to take a hamstring stretch, so let's add a hamstring stretch. So extend that left leg up. Grab whatever you can. Trying to get that right leg as straight as you can, but don't compromise your left leg. Keep that left leg really long and heavy. So think opposition. Right leg pulling down, left leg pushing out. And soften that right knee. Grab a hold of your knee folds. Grab a hold of your roller again and pull that left knee back in to that nice supported low back stretch. Take a breath. All right, let's do the other side. So both hands go to your left knee fold. Squeeze that quad in nice and tight and try to return that right foot towards the floor. But I don't want it to touch. I want it to hang. That leg is bent and heavy. Really squeezing that left leg in. Take a full breath, blow it out, and get that right leg a little heavier. Come on, you guys. When you integrate your breathing with your stretching, it always works. All right, let's add your hamstring. So extend that left leg up. Really stretching and grabbing a hold of wherever you can, that lower calf and ankle area. But again, think opposition. Left leg coming down, right leg going out. Take a breath, blow it out, and see if you can get just a little bit deeper. And soften that left knee, grab a hold of that roller, pull that right knee up. Now I want you to leave your legs into your chest and just gently roll that roller out from underneath your tailbone and let your back roll down flat on your mat with your knees still into your chest. So now you have a nice flat back. And grab a hold of the back of your legs, give yourself a kick, and come on up. All right, let's move that roller around behind us. All right, I wanted that about your waistline. And again, microfiber is very slippery, so if you need to put your skin on your roller, that's fine. Nobody will know. All right, now your concern here is your neck. I do not want you back here. I do not want you holding this 8 to 10 pound bowling ball up with your neck. I want you holding it up with your core. So really work to keep your ears over your shoulders. Don't let them come back here. If you need to support your head in your hands, do so. I find that if you'll use your hands as a counterbalance, that will help you keep your shoulders forward. Pull your knees in, reaching for me. One knee in and one leg out. All right, now from here, let's see if we can pull some of that weight off of that roller. And change. And 2. And change. And 3. And change. Keep reaching. Watch that neck. And one more. And in. Both together. And in. All right, stop it. Now pull some of that weight off of that roller. Come on. And in and out. And 2. And out. And 3. And out. And 4. And out. And 5. Grab a hold of 1. Now that neck is really going to go back. So soften your knees if you need to. It is perfectly okay to have bent knees. Stretch it, change it. Stretch it, change it. Stretch it, change it. Breathe, don't hold your breath. And stretch it, stretch it. One more set. Stretch it and stretch it, legs together. Now support your head in your hands. Again, bend your knees if you need to. Down, 2, 3, pull them up. Down, 2, 3, pull them up. Down, 2, 3, pull them up. 4, 2, 3, and 5, 2, 3, and bring it all up. When you use your foam roller, you guys, it takes a lot of it out of your hip flexors and puts it all back into your core. That's why that's so challenging. All right, let's go back to mounting our foam roller. Actually, let's roll our quads. That uses our quads a lot. So let's roll our quads now. So, put your foam roller on your quads. All right, on your forearms. Now make sure that you don't sink into that low back. It's really easy to sink into that low back. So expand your shoulder blades and pull that belly up. And this just roll from the top of your quads all the way to the top of your knees. Keep pulling that belly button up. Keep expanding those shoulders. Relax your legs. Don't point your toes. Don't flex your feet. All right, now stop with that roller way up high, all the way up to that panty line. Not on your pubic bone, but just below it. And bend your knees and straighten your knees. And bend your knees and straighten. Watch your shoulders and pull your belly up one more time. Bend them and straighten them. Now roll that roller to the middle of your quads. And bend them and straighten them. And bend them and straighten them. And bend them and straighten them. And roll them to the end of your, right above your knees. Here we go. And bend and straighten and bend and straighten one more time, and bend and straighten. All right, now pull one leg up as if you were putting the inside of your foot on your knee. So instead of being directly on the front of your quad, you're now on the outside. So if the front of your quad was noon, you're at about 10:30. And now roll all the way down and all the way up. Yeah, this one's a killer. This one's a killer. Really try to relax. Don't squeeze your buns. All right, come back to both quads on your roller and roll straight onto your 12 o'clock position, just up and down. See, this one doesn't feel so bad anymore, does it? All right, now let's roll. Now move to the other side. Bend that knee and roll it up and roll it down. And release it. Good.
I'm going back to work.
And dismount. Here we go. Oh, it hurts so good. You guys, if you would foam roll more than once a month when we do it in here, it wouldn't be nearly as excruciating. All right, let's mount your roller again.
Leave the roller spin, and it's stopping you in doing 90 fast.
And roll it down. All right, once again, your back is in a neutral position. Make sure that that head is completely supported on that roller. So move your bottom down as far as you need to. All right, we're gonna work some leg circles. So inch your left foot out away from your glute. You don't have to straighten it, but I want you to bring your right knee in. If you need to open your arms a little wider than ladder position out to about 8 and 4, that's all right. Now, unlike what we do on the mat, when we're on the roller, I want you to imprint your spine. So press that spine down into that roller and extend that right leg up. You've got your external rotation. You're going to leave that external rotation. Here we go. Draw your circles. Keep pressing that back down into that roller. Keep breathing. Inhaling as you start, exhaling as you finish. Keeping your back imprinted. And you're not using your left leg as a counterbalance. And finish your circle and reverse your circle around. Really keeping that back down so you're working that stabilization. And finish. Bend your right knee, put your right ankle across your left quad. Now keeping your hands on the ground, bring that left leg up to you for that piriformis stretch. Now really use the strength of that left leg to squeeze that quad in and get that piriformis stretch. Sure, it's easy to get a little bit of a stretch, but why do just a little when you can get a lot? Come on, squeeze it in. Now we're going to roll this piriformis in just a minute after we do our other leg circles. So note where this stretch is. All right, put that foot down, uncross your legs. All right, inch your right foot out just a little bit and bring that left leg into a nice relaxed tuck. Do a quick posture check. Chin down, shoulders are relaxed, ribs are closed. Imprint your spine onto that roller and extend that leg up. You've got your external rotation. You're going to leave that external rotation. Here we go. Draw your circles. Press that back down into that roller so you're really firing those stabilizers. Inhaling as you start, exhaling as you finish. Keep it breathing. And reverse your circles around. Come on, keep pressing that back down into that mat. Relax your foot. This is all about stabilization of your leg. And finish it. Bend that knee, put your ankle across your quad. Keeping your hands on the floor, pull that right knee up to you. And feel that awesome stretch. Come on, use the strength of that right leg to really squeeze it in. And release it and uncross it. All right, now we're going to work circles with both legs. So if you haven't opened your arms out to 8 and 4, do so now. Bring those legs up towards 90 degrees. They do not have to be straight. But I do want you to squeeze your heels together. Now press your back down into that roller, squeezing those heels together. Here we go. Draw a circle on the ceiling. Around and stop. Other direction. Around and stop. Come on, let's get out of your comfort zone. Try to get those circles a little bit bigger. Bigger than a golf ball. And around. Come on, squeeze those heels together. Keep pressing that back down and around. And around. One more time in each direction. Come on, squeeze those heels together. Around, relax your shoulders, and around, and finish. Bend your knees, give yourself a rock, and come on up. All right, let's change how we sit on your foam roller. So change it from longwise to crosswise.
Right under the fan.
All right, now you should have that foam roller right smack in the middle of your buns. All right? Now, let's take it back and lean on your hands. I know this is a lot on your wrists. Let's bring your right ankle to your left quad, opening your knee. All right, now, take that knee towards the end of your roller. Take that knee towards the end of your roller. And then bring it back to your center. So you should feel that piriformis. Here we go. And towards the end of your roller and up. So this is the direction that your piriformis grows. Your piriformis grows east to west. So we are rolling parallel onto that piriformis. All right, now let's leave that knee down. Now let's roll perpendicular to your piriformis. So all the way up towards your waistline and all the way over your buns down to your panty line. Relax your buns, don't squeeze your buns. You guys, for your SI joint, for your glute medius, this is an awesome movement. Now what we're gonna do from here is after we finish this, we're gonna take this lacrosse ball and go a little bit deeper into the same area. All right, now, I want you halfway between the center of your piriformis and your waistline. So you're in that meaty area. And again, knee down and up. For a lot of us, this is a problem area in your back. When your back starts to cramp, this is usually where it's going to cramp. Mine seems to cramp when I run the vacuum cleaner. So I have a cure for that.
Don't you have a Roomba?
I do. Good, and come on up, and bring it up. Come on up, and let's get off your wrist. Stretch your wrist out a little bit. Stretch them out, just get off your wrist for a minute. I know that's really hard to do without putting a lot of pressure on your wrists. All right, let's do the other side. Ankle to knee. You're right smack in the middle of your glutes. Now, we're going parallel to your piriformis, so your knee goes to the end of your roller. And bring it back nice and slow. Fast does not work. You want to make sure you get full range of motion as you work through it. All right, now let's leave that knee down towards the end of your roller. Now let's roll perpendicular. So all the way up towards your waist and over that glute to your panty line. Don't squeeze your buns. I know you want to because it hurts. Really let it relax. Getting deep into that that SI tendon, that glute med. All right, now stay halfway between your glute and your waist. And again, knee drops. And bring it all down. Good. All right, now we're going to go that same area with your ball. So find your ball and lie down on your back. And once again, put that ball under that area. Lift your buns up and just roll around on it. So you can see this is getting much, much deeper than that foam roller did. All right, and change sides. All right, now from here, we're gonna go just about in this exact same area, but we're gonna do it on the front. So I want you to roll over onto your belly and take that ball and put it onto that hip flexor area, right where that knee, where that hip bends. And same thing, roll around. And I don't want you on your pelvic triangle, but roll around on that area into that psoas. And pick it up and take it to the other side. Good, and release it. Right. Come on back around, and let's grab that foam roller, and let's foam roll our hamstrings. So put that roller behind you. Guys, this is gonna feel good. I promise you, this is gonna feel good. The biggest problem is that you have to be on your wrists, lift it up and roll from your panty line to the top of your knees. Now, when I roll both legs at the same time, I don't get very much because I'm distributing my weight between my legs. I get much more if I cross one leg over and put all of my weight on one leg, but that's up to you. You'll get a deeper massage if you'll get all that weight. And then if you're doing one leg at a time, change it, do the other leg. Good. All right, put your buns down. Now, let's take that foam roller and bring it around and put it at your scapula, right across those shoulder blades. And support your head in your hands and close your elbows. So just really let your head relax in your hands. All right, now move that foam roller just a little bit below your shoulder line. Not all the way into your intercostals, but a little bit below your scapula. Lift your buns up and now roll with your elbows closed, roll all the way over those shoulder blades. Admit it, this feels pretty good. Breathe, breathe. All right, now stop at the bottom. Now open your elbows out and look at the ceiling, and once again, let your head relax in your hands. You should already feel the stretch across your pectorals. Here we go again. Roll as high up as you can get. When you get to the bottom part of that roll, you should feel that stretch across your pectorals because it's all fascially connected. All right, now, our next position is we're going to work these same shoulders with this tennis ball, with this lacrosse ball. The places where this foam roller isn't getting. So take note, it's towards the outer portion of your shoulder and up a little bit higher towards your neck. Not on your neck, but a little bit towards your neck. So as good as this feels, let's put your bottom down, move your foam roller away, grab your tennis ball, and let's put that tennis ball towards the outside portion of your right shoulder and cross that right arm over your chest. Now lift up your head and lift up your other shoulder and just roll it around. So you're getting to the outer portion of that shoulder where that foam roller wouldn't get. You guys, you can do this on a wall. You know, a lot of people have tendency for their shoulders to really seize. All right, put it down, change sides. Put that ball on the other side, other shoulder. Cross that arm across the front, lift up your head, lift up your shoulders, and roll around on it. A lot of times it'll feel like you've got a cramp in that shoulder. You put this tennis ball or put this lacrosse ball against a wall and just roll it out. It's a magic tool. All right, grab your tennis ball, find your foam roller and put your foam roller so your foam roller is now your pillow. Now carefully and slowly take your chin from shoulder to shoulder. Nice and easy. And take note of where you're getting foam rolling. There's not a whole lot of it going on, a little bit, but not a whole lot. So we're gonna change that and use our ball to get where the foam roller won't. So bring your head back to your center. Now roll your foam roller up so that your head is supported on your roller, not your neck. So your head is supported on your roller. Put your ball in your right hand and bring it across your body to the left side of the back of your neck. Now use that ball to get where that foam roller wouldn't get. Top portion of your shoulder, in deeper towards that spine, up into those traps, underneath your ear, putting some pressure on it, and really going down and dirty into that shoulder area. A lot of us have a tendency to take our tension in our shoulders and neck, tension headaches. This is a great release of that. All right, change hands. Opposite hand goes across your body. It's more maneuverable when you're using your opposite hand across your body. So you're getting where that foam roller didn't get. Lengthening it out, top of your shoulder, in towards underneath your ear. Not on that bone, but right beside it, deep into that trap. And release it. Good, put your ball aside, grab a hold of the back of your legs, give yourself a rock, and come on up. And sit. I don't care how you sit. Sit cross-legged, it doesn't matter as long as you're up in a nice good posture. All right, take your right ear to your right shoulder. Let it drop. Now take that left hand to the floor and put just a little bit of pressure on it. Just enough to change that stretch. Now release that pressure with your hand. Now leave the tilt in your head and turn your chin and look over that shoulder. Feel that difference in your stretch. And then gently slide your chin across your chest. All the way over to the other side. And then bring your head back to your center position. Here we go, other side. Ear to shoulder. Let the weight of your head do your stretch. Now take that right hand and push it towards the floor. Just a little bit of pressure, just enough to change that stretch a little bit. Now release that pressure with your hand and make your turn as you look over your shoulder and drop that chin. Slide it across your chest. Down and around. And bring it back to center. Now, one more good stretch. Keeping your chin parallel. Turn and look as far as you can over your right shoulder. Feel the stretch and just hold that stretch. Hold that stretch. When you get up in the morning and you feel that neck sort of creaking and cracking and rumbling and scratching, and bring it back to center and take it the other way. This is a great exercise that you can do for releasing that tension. As we age, the range of motion in your neck changes drastically. And bring it back to center. All right, you're sitting cross-legged. Let's do crisscross spin around. So the top hand, top leg, top hand, bring it around and bring it up. And take a full breath of air in and blow it out. And have a wonderful day. Thank you for working out with me today.